points today, and they started the stream a bit early because, if I'm being honest, I just didn't have much to do. I ate dinner and didn't know what else to do with my time, so I thought I'd just start the stream early and have a chat with anyone that joins. Make sure, you know, all audio's okay and everything's up and running alright. Plus, like this, I don't have any last minute anxieties. I hope good things happen to Murph Martin today. He's been really unlucky in the past few races. Like, he's had potential for so many more points than he's bagged in the last few races, and I hope he manages to at least get the podium today. Oh yeah, so, you know, as normal, we got reserves, but we did change up the grid. We've dropped Pale Drill to a reserve driver, Bashful Cloud to a reserve driver. We've dropped... who else have we dropped? We've dropped B12 King to a reserve driver, and Kengar has also been requested to drop to a reserve driver. And so after today's race, we're gonna decide who takes their places. So we got Bossman Pickle, he's reserving for AlphaTauri. Tomo Tip Top is also reserving for AlphaTauri. We've got Smithbell reserving in the McLaren. Tesdi is reserving in the Ferrari, and unfortunately we couldn't get any reserves for the two Alfa Romeos, who, I'm gonna be honest, their seats will probably also be dropped next race, which is a shame because Sebi Debi, I really enjoyed watching him race. He had a lot of great comebacks, he was a good driver, and I'm also a bit sad to see Pale Drill drop to a reserve driver, because although he didn't appear much, he raced like once or twice and all scored a lot of points, so it's a shame to see him go. But like this, we'll get fuller grids. And yes, let's go Murph Martin. We still got, I think, one person left to join. Actually, no, sorry. Everyone has joined, that's my bad. Thank you for the luck, DXS. I wish you well. I wish all drivers good luck, but DXS has been a strong competitor ever since he came in, and it's nice to see him challenge for the front. Give Faxel the challenge as well. He's been tearing up the scene, winning he's won like 4 races now or 3. He's been dominating. But it's nice to see people like Murph Martin, had Bumpier, DXSinho give him a challenge, a run for his money. So yeah, Netherlands. What can I predict for today's race? I'm not sure. In my experience, qualifying seems to go quite well. I mean, like, you know, it's quite easy to do a lap around here. It's a short track. Some opportunities. It gets a real when we start getting into the race, which I feel like it can be a really nice track for overtaking. I feel like that can be a pretty big issue. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how the race goes, and I hope it goes well, obviously, with little contact or no contact preferably, especially among the front runners. Ah, I see Gexy, fellow league admin, has started posting again to Twitter, which is nice to see because I'm not in charge of the Twitter side of things. Even though I'm the owner of the league, I've left it to Gexy, and thank God for that because while I do have Twitter, I'm not the biggest fan of it, so I just leave it to him. He's also done some things on the Reddit. I thank Gexy for his work. He's done quite a bit for me and for the league. It's true, actually. We've got some home races today. It's Martin's home race. It's the Roy's home race. Would be nice to see them on the podium, and had Bumpier as well. Home race for him, maybe, and even Gexy. I did not know we had this many Dutch people in the league. It's only coming to my attention now, so got 4 drivers in their home race. Definitely be putting it all on the line for not only the race win or podium, but to do so in their home Grand Prix. And I would really like to see the Red Bulls do well. They're one of my favorite duos on the track, and it's a shame they get involved in accidents every now and again, and it's a shame because I feel like they got a lot more. They can do so much better than what the race results show off. So hopefully everything goes well. To be fair, considering we're a new league, we've had a lot less incident reports than normal leagues would on startup, which is nice. Especially considering we trialed literally none of the drivers. We'll be doing trials for season 2 once we split into 2 divisions, but we literally, if anyone wanted to come join the league, we literally just let them join and race, and we hoped they weren't dickheads. Some of them were, but still nothing too chaotic. Yeah, we'll be going in a minute or less. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I remember I wanted to say something. Basically, QC Kids was meant to reserve... where is it? Give me uno secondo, here we go. QC Kids was meant to reserve for one of the Alfa Romeos, but unfortunately he couldn't reserve, and also Hyped Nova was meant to reserve for Godly Noob, but he's been having internet issues, so he hasn't been able to join. So unfortunately we have 17 drivers only for today, but that's still a pretty good considering we've had a lot of dropouts from drivers not appearing. But it's time to ready up. It is time to get Netherlands underway. I hope this will be a good race. I feel like it could be an exciting race. Can I put the time of day to afternoon sunset? Well, it's at official times. I don't know if the official time is meant to be afternoon or sunset. I wish all the drivers luck as we're about to get into qualifying. 16 and 17 drivers ready. I hope everyone's at their seats. It's true though, actually. I'm surprised that we don't have any races in F1 where they do it at like sunset. We got like Bahrain and Singapore, which is really nice during the night, but we don't see anything at sunset. This Q1 is underway. 17 drivers. And this is something we've come to see recently. Drivers taking a bit of time to come out of the box, come out of the pits. They've come to realize that you don't always need to just be the first one out on track, you know, especially Q1, you've got a lot of time. You can wait to go out a bit and find some clean airs. KCDB, league admin, just left the session. I'm just gonna quickly invite him back, even though we got a spare invite. Abu Dhabi's at sunset. Well, is it? Well, good to know. If I were KCDB though, instead of answering me the stream, I think he should better. There we go. Join back in quali. So I think that's the first driver about to start the lap actually. So Williams, I think it is. I think he was the first one to start lap. Pet Bumpier. A lot of drivers out on track. It's a short lap here. I hope that Ferrari's not in his way actually. It looks like that driver's in his way. What's the Ferrari doing? There's a Ferrari of Tan as well. Tan normally knows what's about, and some clear driving impedance. Bumpy's out on the mediums though, so I don't think he's looking to do an absolute blistering lap right now. You know, just getting some practice on the mediums. For sure, mock to you too, Kieran. And yeah. I'm curious to see how well Bosman Pickle will do. I think this is his first race for us in TRL. I think he could rank among like the top 7, maybe top 10. And Bumpier comes across the line with a 110.8. And he's taking an interesting line. I did not know there was that part up there to, you know, avoid the gravel. So Galaxy comes across the line with a 10.2 on softs. Jamie Robertson with a 10.9 also on softs. Jamie Robertson, not one of the fastest drivers in our league. Martins with an 11.1. I reckon he made a mistake along the way, can improve on that. There's people trying to avoid, you know, getting in the way of each other, which is nice to see. A-Dude with an 11.2. And Bumpier, you know, holding his own with that 10.8 on the mediums. And Merv Martin, first driver into the 109s, 109.8, strong lap. Smithpell with a 112.5. I reckon he made a mistake. I think his pace was a lot better last race. I reckon there's at least a second he could improve on that. I think Tan 1212 would be one of the next to cross the line. I think he does. He's going to cross the line now. Opens DRS. And he's going to shot himself into first with a 19.7. 10th ahead, sorry, of Merv Martin. Bosman Pickle, I'm excited to see what he can do. And the other Ferrari comes across the line with an 11.9. Don't know how strong he is, how good he is, so could that be as far as he can go? Faxon, one of the strongest drivers, currently coming across the main straight. Sorry, it is the fault of the final straight. Technically also the first. DRS is on, and with a 19.3, 4/10 ahead of Tan 12. Good stuff from Merv Martin, but as always, Faxlin just chilling quite a bit ahead of everybody. Mediums I think are around 4/10 slower than softs, so Bumpier is around actually the pace of the Roy. I don't think I'd called his lap. We set a 110.4, which is good to see. from the Red Bull. Sonev, there's a lap on mediums, quite atrocious with a 13.8. Definitely made a mistake somewhere along the way. Andre still in the pits. Tomo Tip Top's coming out of the pits. And Bossman Pickle is also in the pits. Most drivers have set a lap so far. Bumpy's done he's 4/10 better, but his lap's invalidated, which is a shame. And I think it's also on mediums, so if he really is going 4/10 faster and on mediums, good to see strong competition from Bumpy, which is expected. KCDB set a 1:10.4 as well. Gexy with a 10.2, Merv with a 9.8, DXSinio set a lap with a 1:9.5, seeing already a few drivers into the 109s. A lot of this Merv Martin gang people, a lot of people interested in how Merv Martin will do. I hope he does well. Tomo Tip Top's on an out lap, Bossman Pickles also on an out lap. Very quick circuit, Netherlands. What if Sonev's actually... Oh yeah, he probably did a recovery lap, now he's probably doing his actual lap. Let's see how fast he's going through Sector 1. He's already a second faster, basically. That would put him with a 1:12.8, so still got a lot to improve on. Question is, can he? And the thing is, I don't think normally in Q2... we'll get to Q2 later. I'll speak about Q2 when Q2 comes. As Sonev crosses the Sector 2 line, he's 2.2 seconds better, so... around an 11.6 so far, so he still needs to improve by about a good second almost on there. He's gonna open DRS off the final corner. He could save a few tenths if he goes short across the line, and in fact only gets a 1:11.2. Struggling for pace is Sonev. Racing Point currently first in the constructors. It's Bossman Pickle. Has started his lap. In fact, he just finished sector 2 just now, I think. Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong driver, sorry. He's currently coming through Sector 1. I was looking at Tomo Tip Top, who had just gone through Sector 2. And he's gonna soon come across the line with a 1:11.3. But near the bottom half. Andre started his lap, and now Bossman Pickle currently going through his lap. Coming through the... My mistake, I was going to call that corner a chicane. I don't know why I thought it was a chicane. I think actually there's no chicanes in Zandvoort. As I said, it's a very fast track. He's going to come rounding across the final corner. Bossman Pickle, where will he place himself? Currently only with an 11.1. I thought it'd be doing a lot better than that. Maybe he made a mistake, I don't know. And Jamie Robertson holding his own and up in 11th. And Andre, I think, is about to finish his lap just now. And in fact, wow. 3 thirds faster than Faxlin, there's no joke. Andre just got a 1:9.0, almost into the 1:08, which leads me to believe that we could see a 1:08 in Q2 or Q3, which is mind-blowing. Yeah, a lot of drivers now in the pits are doing more laps. Bumpy really getting a feel for those mediums, currently with a 1:10.3, and if he improves by 4 tenths, if he were to do a lap on softs, we could see him with a, like 1:9.9, close to Merv Martin. So, to advance to Q2, you need to be in the top 15, means only 2 drivers from today will get eliminated from Q1. Currently looks like it's going to be Tez D and Smithbell. So Smithbell's now on an out lap, Tez D's still in the pits. I reckon Smithbell though has got a lot more pace in the tank than a 1:12.5, no, almost 1:12.6. He's about to start his lap now. I'll be hoping for a faster lap. Mr. Tesdy still in the pits. He's still got 7 minutes though. And Tomo Tip Top though will be looking to do another lap. Probably. Because on the brink of elimination at 15th. Bossman Pickle currently enjoying his time in the garage. Jay Robertson out again on the track. Probably getting some more practice in. A-Dude's in the pits. Sanev's managed to bring himself up to a 10.6 on mediums, which is definitely better than what he had set. And if we were to improve by 4/10 if he were to go out on softs, it'd be around 8th place, 7th place. Bumpy really getting a feel for the mediums. 10.3. 6 laps in. Martins, if I haven't clocked that, has gone and set a 10.2. That's a pretty good lap for him. So I think the Dutch people, if I'm not mistaken, were there was definitely Martins, the Roy, Het Bumpier, I think Merv and Merv Martin. I think those were the 4 Dutch boys, and they all find themselves within the top 9. And probably we can see even more pace from the Roy. So possibly even better. Or was it no? Or was it Gexy? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm getting confused now. But oh well. It's Murph Martin's out the track, almost 2/10 better than his initial lap. That would push him up to 4th. A lot of people in the pits, maybe thinking about going for one more run. As Merv Martin's going to cross the line. And Goats, a 1.9.5, did go 2/10 faster or so, is in 4th, very close to the Exasinio. So we'll probably be seeing a nice battle from these two once again. We've seen battles from these two before, and it was really nice stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we'll see more from them. Bossman Pickles out on tracks, just started the lap. Tomo Tip Top is in the pits. I don't know if he'll be going out again. Probably will. Because he's on the brink, because Tesdy is on an out lap, and so is Smithpell. A-Dude on an out lap, rest of the guys in the pits. So on board with Bossman Pickle, currently is improved by almost a 10th through Sector 1. Would still keep him on 14th place. He lost it there a bit. That's going to lose him a lot of time. Definitely going to slow him down. So I don't think he's going to be improving on his lap this time around. And if he does, then he's definitely got more pace. And in fact, does not improve. He lost a lot of time through there. His Testy started his lap. But if the game's correct, he's around 2 seconds slower. So won't be improving. Smithpell's also started his lap. Oh, that's a spun car. That's a spun Renault. Was it that spun Renault of A-Dude? So looking to get another lap in. Well, it just spun out. KCDB's also on an out lap. Gexy's on an out lap. Looking, I guess, to get some more practice in, even though I don't really see the need. They're in 10th and 8th respectively, quite comfortable. Testy, currently 3/10 slower. That won't be improving his lap. Sonev's also on an out lap. Probably looking to see what he can do on softs. And Tesdy not having the best of times around Zandvoort, not going so fast, and Smithpelt clipped the gravel. And he's going to come across the line, and he's going to enter the pits. He does have enough time to go out one more time. And he'll definitely be needing to, or else he's going to get eliminated, and Tesdy as well. They both have time to go for one more stroll around here, but they're going to make it quick. On board with Gexy. Currently a 10th faster. De Roy's improved this lap, got a 1.9.8 up into 6th. The two Red Bulls in 6th and 7th, nice to see. But Gexy looking to get past Martin so far. And will he do so? He does indeed. Goes splits the Red Bulls. Gets a 1.10.1. In the meantime, Sonev, A-Dude's gonna cross the line. Currently a 10th better. And goes ahead of KCDB's fellow Renault teammate, 10.4. Definitely, that was a lot better than just a 10th. Sonev coming through on soft. Let's see what he can do. Oh, almost spins out. Clipping that curb, that corner in general. Want to be careful, but where you want to be even more careful in fact on is this corner right here. Really easy to spin out. In fact, he's gone slower. Sonev lost a lot of time, I think, where he lost that traction, and invalidated his lap as well. Not having the best of times, Sonev, today, of the faster drivers on the grid. Not feeling up to the task. He has said he's done no practice today, so it does make sense. As Martins, if the game is accurate, never mind, I think it was because he hadn't crossed sector 1 yet, but if the game was accurate, that would have been 8/10 fast. That would have been some blistering pace from Martins. In fact, he's going to cross the line now, is plus 19 seconds. Aye. Don't know what to believe, but it could be so. Probably is an in-lap, to be fair, or something. Murph Martin's having a go around, but also 2 seconds slower. Tomo Tip Top on the brink of elimination. He's going to survive as Tesdy gets eliminated, and Smithfeld's also going to get eliminated. Tomo Tip Top also seeming like he can't improve on his lap. So the Dutchman, Roy, Gexy, Martins, I think Bumpier as well. I think, were these the 4 Dutchmen? I'm not too sure. I think they were, and if they are, they're all right behind each other. Their home GP. So yeah, the four Dutchmen, all right behind each other, 6 to 9. Pompier obviously got more pace in him. He did a lap on mediums. So definitely can go faster than a 110.3. I'd estimate at least a 110.9, which would put him in a 19.9, which would put him in a nice 7th place behind fellow Dutchman De Roy. Dixie putting on strong performance for Haas. Mercedes doing as much as they can to take over the Constructors' Championship from Racing Point, who are currently in first, Mercedes in second, Williams I think are in third. So now I wonder, will people come out and do laps on mediums? Will they try to go to Q3 on mediums? In a 50% race, I don't think this is one of the few tracks where I don't think you really gain an advantage for starting on mediums. I think softs to hards is the ultimate strategy, unless you can do a softs to mediums, that is, or mediums to softs. Which if you can, then fair enough, but otherwise, I don't think we'll be seeing too many drivers coming out on mediums. Jamie Robertson was the first one on track. Mercedes of Andre out. Mercedes of Merv Martin right behind the Williams. Followed by the two Red Bulls, the McLaren of Gexy. Jim Robertson, first one to start the lap. I think he's been improving over the races, Jamie Robertson. Seemingly doing better and better, which is nice to see people improving. Come on, Tan 12. Yes, indeed, come on, Tan. I think he can. There's more to him than what the points would say. I think he's currently around 8 to 10 from the points. I think he's somewhere around there. Probably, I think he can do better than that. And I'm curious to see if Jamie Robertson will get eliminated. Probably will. Got a lot of fast drivers in here. And top 10 past the Q3. Only 3 people out on mediums. DeRoy, Merv Martin, Martins. But as I said, I don't think it's worth starting on the mediums. Because now Jim Robertson's coming across the final corner. Only 14 corners here in Zandvoort. Short track, as I've mentioned countless times. Comes across the line, Jim Robertson with an 11.0. Obviously not the strongest lap. One of the slowest drivers in our current league, but not to worry, he'll improve over time. Martins gets an 11.0 on mediums. Gexy gets a 10.0 on softs, and people are starting to really cross the line. Merv Martin validated this lap. And that's a Renault of, I think that was the Renault of, I thought it was the Renault of KCDB. Crossed the line, he did. It was the starter's lap. Bossman Pickle has set a 10.2. Tan 12 set the fastest lap with a 19.7. Good stuff from him. Merv Martin's not going to be happy with that invalidation. Sfaxland soon going to end his lap. KCDB spun around, he's not going to be enjoying that one. A-Dude set a 1:14.8, definitely made a mistake along the way. And now Faxland's rounding, turn 14. Opens up DRS. Current championship leader is second fastest with a 19.8, but on the mediums. So fair enough to him. Tomo tipped up 11.1. KCDB's retired from the session. Has KCDB crashed? Oh no, for him. He's not going to be enjoying that one. Starting from 15th, most probably. Senev doing a lap. As I said, he was struggling for pace today. So where is he going to place? He's seemingly finding his pace again with a 1.9.9 on the softs. Currently in third. But I reckon there's still a couple of more drivers, who will go between him and third. This man right here, Andre, probably will Merv Martin, DXSinio, Ed Bumpier, Roy. Yeah, Kieran, not happy with that one. Spun turn 4 as I had caught that. Not a spin, but I come spinning around. And then his tyres overheated and he spun off again and crashed out. He's not going to be enjoying that one at all. So A Dude's set at 111.2. It's low on the RS, so I don't think he's going to have another another lap left in the tank. In fact, he is 4 seconds slower. DeRoy is, I think, just started this lap. Coming around sector 1. Very fast track, Netherlands. Quite satisfying to just see an F1 car go round and round. It is very nice to see. Clip the grass a bit there. I don't think it impacted his lap time though. According to the game, got the fastest sector 2 of the current lobby. So the Roy could be in for a smashing lap. Not much left to do in sector 3. Arguably one of the hardest corner though, which he's done. And now he's coming through the final corner. He's going to put on DRS. Make the straight as short as possible, and is going to get a 110.5. His fellow teammate, 111.0. Merv Martin on the mediums, but that was a lap on mediums, so fair enough to DeRoy. And Merv Martin currently doing a lap. Andre as well, DXSinio, will be the first of these lot to cross the line. Actually, no, it's going to be Bumpier. He's going to be the first to cross the line between these lot, and he's gonna get a 1.8.9. The first driver that goes into the 1.8s. Head Bumpier with a strong lap. DXSinio is gonna be next across the line. Can you have anything to say about Head Bumpier? His provisional pole. He's gonna come across the line and get a 19.6. In the meantime, Andre's come across the line with a 19.3, and Merv Martin he's going to put on DRS and he's going to get a 19.2. Strong stuff. Currently Dutchman though in the lead. A lot of people in the pits or on in laps. A Dude currently 4/10 better. Oh, never mind, that's 4 seconds slower. I hate it when the game does that. And KCDB in fact is in 15th. I think everyone's on either inside the pits or on an in lap, except for I think Busman Pickle actually. I think he might be. Oh no! If he's currently going, I think he just started his lap. Yeah. So Busman Pickle currently 10th slower and very close to elimination. Martin's currently in the elimination zone, and he's looking to do he'll probably be entering the pits now. He's got enough time to do a lap on softs, and he probably will, to get himself out of the bottom 5. Busman Pickle not going faster. So I think that time he had set of a 110.2, I think was his actual lap, and what I'm watching is his current in lap. Oh wait, never mind. That was his proper lap, and now this is his in lap. Sorry guys, don't know what I'm on. Yeah, many drivers in the pits. De Roy's on an out lap on softs. Smart call from him. Merv Martin, track limits ruined his lap on mediums. I wouldn't fret too much. I think starting on softs is probably better anyway. So yeah, De Roy in an out lap. On softs, so what am I predicting? What time do I think he's gonna get? I think we'll see around a 110.1. Maybe a 110.0. I hope that invalidation doesn't ruin his next lap as well. He seems to be carrying on, so I don't think so. But looks like it is actually. And he won't be enjoying that. And in fact, yeah, he's just gonna have to go around the circuit one more time and validate the lap in the final corner. Martin's on an out lap on softs. Jamie Robertson as well. Someone to top, and they do also looking to get eliminated in the pits. But dude hasn't set the lap on softs yet. So Martin's about to start his lap now, and De Roy is also about to start his lap right now as well. So we'll see how quick the two Red Bulls can go on softs. Martin seems to just be stopped. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I was on my phone for a bit, so I don't know if he had spun or anything. It doesn't seem to. It just seems to be carrying on. I hope everything's okay. He's in 11th, so currently going to be eliminated. He's got time for one more lap if he's got the fuel for it, though. De Roy 3/10 faster. According to the game, fastest sector 2 as well. I doubt the fastest sector 2 is true, but I do believe the 3/10 faster. Let's see where he's going to place himself. Opens DRS up wide and is going to get a very nice 19.9, better than I predicted. Tomo Tip Top's retired from the session, he'll be in 14th. Jamie Robertson set a 110.4. Which is marvelous stuff from him. A lot better than his normal. Really starting to improve. Jamie Robertson. Martins. Oh no. Oh no. Martins has spun out. Well, that's a shame. Martins will be getting eliminated. That was the last lap he could do. Actually, he's still got time for one more lap. But again, he needs to have the fuel for it. And that's the biggest issue. Fuel. Hey, dude. Let's see how quickly he's going. DRS, he's not using DRS. His lap is a lot slower, so I think he's gonna have one more go at the end of this lap. Jumberson really tried and almost got to Q3, but he couldn't do it. Stuck in 11th. Bossman Pickle at the risk of elimination. Faxon's on an out lap on softs. He's in 8th place. Some really nice times from the lads. Sonev has managed to get the 19.4 over time. Good to see. So Faxon will be starting his lap in a couple of seconds. Bossman Pickle He'll be wanting to go faster. He's got two guys wanting to pass his lap time. Lucky his lap didn't get invalidated, but he lost quite a bit of time by going that wide. And in fact, is not going to improve on his lap time. Just about, though. Martins is in the pit, so that's going to end his session. A-Dude is currently almost 3 tenths faster, so Martins will be starting on 13th at this rate. And at this rate, A-Dude could go up to 11th, and if he can really muster up the best corners of his life, could also catch on to 10th. Comes across the line, only manages 11th, still good for him though. Which means A-Dude, Jamie Robertson, Martins, Tomo Tip Top and KCDB will all get eliminated. And Faxman's having a go on softs. He's going to be the last driver to come around. And he's going to enter the pits. Doesn't want to ruin his lap. Which is a smart call, I guess. If he thinks starting on mediums is what to do, then hey, probably knows more than I do. He's a faster driver than me, so I'll give it to him. It's a shame Martins could do a lap on softs and couldn't try get himself into the top 10. He's first Dutchman out. Got DeRoy in 9th. And then we got, whoa, I'm missing someone. Oh yeah, Faxman's in 8th, but he did a lap on mediums. And Bumpier, first driver to go into the 108s. He's in first. So lads, people watching the stream, gentlemen and ladies, who do you think's gonna get pole position? You think Bumpy's gonna get it? Do you think Faxton's gonna come through? Maybe DeRoy? Maybe DXS Senior, Merv Martin, Andre? Who do you think is gonna be? Odd place for my... Well, if I were, I'd say a gambler would probably put their money on Faxton, considering he's the driver's got most pole positions out of the lot. But Bumpier is always a shout, and Merv Martin is also a fast lad, so is Andre, so is DXS. Honestly, it's a really nice competition we've got in the top 10. Racing Point out. It's the Racing Point of Faxton, the first driver out. Got the Red Bull of DeRoy out. The Haas of DXS out. Both Mercedes. The Racing Point of Sunev's also come out. Ferrari of 10, 12, 12. So Faxlin started this lap. Almost everyone on an out lap. The Roy started this lap. The Exosenio started this lap. One of the two Mercedes has. Gexy, only driver still in the pits. Most drivers look to do 2 runs in Q3. But fit 3 here in Zandvoort. Ooh, Faxon almost lost the rear end there. Dover's glitch showing it, game showing it wrongly. As again, he almost lost the rear end. Faxon not having a great time. Not going to be as fast this time, that's for sure. Gets a nonetheless, whether it was spinning out or not, or losing the round or not, sorry. Hugo was cracking 1.9.1. DeRoy also a really good lap from him with a 1.9.6. The Exosenio good as well with a 1.9.6. Andre though is on provisional pole with a 1.8.5. Second driver to get into the 108. Merv Martin with a nice 1.9.4. Tan 12 with a 1.9.6. I think that's Hartley's best lap, I think. Curious to see how Bumpier does. Will he get himself into the 108s again? No, he doesn't. A 19.0. Very close to Andre. Bossman Pickles at a 110.2. Gexy still in the pits. Don't know what he's doing. And Sonev. But I was almost touch and go there for a second. Coming across turn, I think 14. Oh, Gexy's only got tires for one go round. Fair enough then. That's why he's waiting. Sonev only able to set a 19. Jesus Christ, 19696. Can't get much more sexual than that now, can you, lad? So now drivers will be coming in, waiting for their second or third run, possibly. Because, you know, we got a lot of time to go around Zandvoort. It's a short track. For most tracks you only fit 2 runs in Q3. Zandvoort you could probably fit 2. Basically all drivers in the pits except for Sonev, who's doing his in-lap. Now DeRoy's on an out lap. And Faxon as well. Are they looking to do 3 runs in Zandvoort? Although you can do 3, I don't know if it's recommended. If it's for me, I'd still only do 2 runs. Or 1 if I only have to set for 1 tire. For 1 lap, sorry. Faxon's out. Merv Martin's out. DeRoy is out. Tan's out. Bossman Pickles out again. Well, Faxon's going to be the first one of these to set another lap. And he'll be looking to get into the 108s. He'll be looking to get provisional pole. He's going to start his lap just about now. And let's go a bit on board with Faxon. He's coming through now. Sector 1, you can go in very deep through here. Gets a nice exit. Keeps it very nice and tight. Comes left and right. Clips the curb. And again, you can go a bit deep here now. And got a nice exit. And now there's a bunch of blind corners. You're going left, you're going right, all blind. Bit of uphill, bit of downhill, a lot of elevation in Zandvoort. You barely tap on the brakes and then you keep coming through straight. Again, some more late braking, clip the curb. And again, you can take some more curb if you want to over there on the left. Get some even more entry speed as really seems to lose rear end, but I don't think he actually lost the rear end. I think the game's just glitching there. You almost touch the curb, but quite important not to, because that curb will spin you out. And again, now you take it nice and straight. Again, some more late braking, touches the curb. Again, avoiding the curb as much as possible. Then you want to really take it nice and tight. That's the hardest corner for me in Zandvoort. And again, he clips the curb. I don't know if it's recommended. Almost invalidates his lap. Going as wide as he can. He's going to come across the line, and in just a moment he opens the DRS, shortens the line as much as possible. Because actually, he feels like that was a slow lap. Enters the pits. All that, just enter the pits. Merv Martin now. Coming. Oh, sorry, I thought that was the first corner for a second. That was like the 13th corner. My mistake. He's going to come across the line, and he's going to get a 19.3, improves by a tenth. Oh, sorry, 299, improves by a tenth. Tan 12.12 gets into the 108s as well with an 18.9. Smashing stuff from the Ferrari. Ferrari lowest on the constructor standings right now. Gexi's on his out lap. And De Rooij is now also on his lap. Let's see how quickly he can go through Sector 1. He can go through Sector 1 currently 6/10 slower than his previous lap, or best lap, which is a 19.4. Faxon's in pits, Bumpier is also in the pits. Bumpier looking to do his second run, I'm guessing, shortly. Or maybe he only had set for one tire. Martin's left in session. I hope everything's okay. I can quickly invite him back. I mean, nothing too special is currently going on. So, Merv Martin is entering the pits. De Rooij also entering the pits. DXS on an out lap. Sanev still in the pits. Best he can only muster so far is a 19.6. Busman Pickle on an out lap. Best he could muster is 19.2. And Gexi's gonna start his lap now. Fellow league admin, what can he do? According to the game, Gexi's got the fastest Sector 1. Don't know if it's true, but if it is, he's looking at a good lap. So now, Gexi coming across turn 14. He'll be opening up DRS just about now. And where can he go? Shortens his line as much as possible. Puts himself only in 9th with a 19.8. I don't know if he could do better. I don't know if he could do worse. Don't get me wrong, it's still a pretty decent lap. But he said he's only had the set for one more lap, so unless he's got more fuel and more ERS, I think he's gonna have to settle for the 19.8. Bossman Pickle not doing the fastest of laps himself, as DXS gets the fastest lap with a 108.9. He's currently on provisional pole with Andre on an out lap, Tan 12 on an out lap, Bumpier on a lap, many drivers on an out lap. It'll be interesting to see if that will get beat. Bumpier, I'm really curious to see. He was the only driver in Q2 that managed to go into the 108s. He's currently not into the 108s himself. He's always managed to go 10 faster. We could see him go into the 108.8s even, potentially. And now he's gonna come cross turn 14, very long stretch, very elevated to keep as much speed as you can. He's gonna cross the line. Beaubier is gonna stay in fourth, 109.021, not able to get into the 108s, and he's gonna have to stick with that lap. Faxland started his lap. Many drivers going round and round. So DXSinio is going provisional pole with a 108.9. Andre, how quick can he go? He is in second with a 108.9 as well. Only 0.02 of a second off DXSinio. Can't go faster. Stays in second. Tan 12.12. Won't be the next to cross the line. Next to cross the line is a Mercedes of Marv Martin. He's going to stay in seventh with a 109.2. Faxland now will cross the line, and he's going to get provisional pole with a 108.7. It always has to be Faxland to come steal all the glory in the end. Unless Droy has something to say about it. No, he's enjoying drifting around on his home track. Managed to get to Q3 with a 109.4. Beaubier not going any faster. He's going to come nice across the line with a 109.0 as he was. And that's going to round up the top 10. That's going to round up qualifying for today. And Faxland, my oh my. We had 3 drivers that managed to get into the 108s. They were all into the 108.9s. And then Faxland just comes across with a 108.7. See the battle for the lead. Could quite possibly see the battle for the lead between these 4 or 5 drivers. We could have a top 5 battle here, you know, all for the lead. Sonev managing to find his feet around Zandvoort. Marv Martin, I was hoping he could do better. Currently finds himself in 7th, but hey, he'll be hoping that there'll be some collisions in front of him. He'll avoid them and nab up all the points. Droyer's coming in 8th, Gexy in 9th, Bosman Pickle in 10th. Some good stuff. And now while qualifying ends, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom before the race starts because it's going to be an exciting race. And I, your host, is back. Drivers choosing the strategies, how much fuel they want, how little fuel they want. Getting ready to go through the formation lap. People mainly cheering on DXSinio, Merv Martin. Bosman Pickle got kicked out. I'm gonna invite you again. You should have spare invites. Thanks for letting me know though. I've invited you back in. Formation lap's underway. I'm messing up all the buttons. There we go. Enabled, enabled. Martins again left the session. I'll invite back. So, Faxon in first, Dixacinio in second, Andre third, Tan 12-12 fourth. These two had a pretty good battle as well. I'm pretty sure they had a pretty good battle. Where Dixacinio came out on top at the end. Tan 12-12 in fourth, Bumpy in fifth, Son Evan sixth, Murph Martin in seventh, Roy in eighth, Gexy in ninth, Bossman Pickle in 10th. We got A-Dude in 11th, Jamie Robertson in 12th, Martins in 13th, Tomo Tip Top in 14th, KCDB crashed out 15th, Test D in 16th, Smithpell in 17th, KCDB will be looking to avoid all contact and just make his way through the field. But 4 Dutchmen, Martins, Leroy, Gexy and Het Bumpier will all be looking to do as well as they can in their home GP. Faxland currently in pole position, currently first in the driver's standings. Racing Point currently first in the constructors. Martin's left the session. He's got spare invites. I can't invite him back now because, well, the race is about to start. Bossman Pickle's having PlayStation issues. I hope he'll be able to rejoin. We have 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go, and the game likes to do this where I'm the only one that sees the drivers go, and now they're off. I don't know why, the game likes to do it, and we're off. Ignore Bossman and Martins, they're not actually in first, the AI just set them off. So, Dixacinio managed to go down the inside of Faxland, managing to stick it out in front. At Bumpier goes wide, he's going to spin, he manages to save it really nicely. And manages to not get involved in any contact. As we see Gexy and now his son Evan almost side by side, not a lot of room to go side by side through the blind corners. Dixacinio managing to stick it out ahead of Faxland. Bossman manages to join again. And a very clean start, very surprising. Credits to Bumpier for managing to keep it nice together. As we see people almost going 3 wide. As oh, that's a Ren almost spins out. Tomo Tip Top getting past Smithpell there, side by side. Ran off KCDB, looking to go left, looking to go right. Murph Martins dropped to 13th. He didn't have the greatest of starts, looking down the inside of A-Dude. Manages to get past A-Dude. Son Evan Tan as well, fighting alongside Tan 12-12, struggling. And now Gexy's looking to go down the inside of Tan, and he's going to manage to go down the inside of Tan, but Tan's fighting back, and they're alongside, side by side. Gexy concedes the position right on his tail though. He's looking down up right and left, not having any room though to get past. I don't know why the interval isn't showing for me. It's really annoying. Gexy and Leroy, 2 Dutchmen fighting it out. Tan 12-12 as well, didn't have the best of starts. Andre close behind Faxland. Faxland's losing a lot of time to DeXasinho. DeXasinho already a second and a half away off Faxland. And Sonev's had pretty decent start. Up into 5th, Martins. Up in 6th. Merv Martin is really struggling out there. He's down 4 positions. Tan's down 4 as well. Don't know what's been going on. They just haven't seemed to really been getting gone. Oh, it's DeRoy and Martin make some contact. Martin manages to keep it alive. Faxland and Andre side by side almost for a second there. Andre though goes ahead of Faxland before the corner. Bumpier enjoying, not doing much. And Sonev in 5th as well, lagging a bit behind, but still in a respectable 5th. We see a lot of drivers really close together. Not doing a lot of overtaking though. Bumpy really close to Faxland. Andre slowly getting away from Faxland. Faxland is on mediums though, so he's on a slower tire compound. So Andre just got the fastest lap of the race. Faxland and Bumpy side by side. Bumpier managing to get past Faxland, and he'll be wanting to catch up to Andre. Bumpier, the Dutchman, 1 of 4, currently highest in the grid from the Dutchman. Aiden and KCDB fighting alongside. Oh, that was KCDB, never mind. KCDB spun around. He's got front wing damage, I think, as well. He won't be happy with that. TSD top Swiftpel getting a free pass on KCDB. Tan 12 and Merv Martin haven't really been able to recover after the slow start. And Faxland as well, falling back off Bumpier. Bossman Pickle up into 7th. There's this weird thing of the AI leaving earlier, as it was on the challenge for a second there. These drivers really close to each other, got about nice 5-6 drivers really close by. Adud and Jamie Robertson. We're almost having a scrap. As now Gex is going to look down the inside of Bossman Pickle. He's going to look around the outside, he's going to look down the inside. Some nice defending from Bossman Pickle. Gexy not being able to get past. Faxland barely being able to stay within that 1 second of Bumpier. And Sonev just in a race of his own. And Martins now is just holding up all of these drivers. We got from 6th to 11th, all right behind each other, all waiting to pounce on any of them 6. Someone makes us Gexy, and Tan 12 always get involved in a bit of contact. But Gexy manages to stay alive. On nets now. Tan 12 and the Roy were almost side by side, and Merv Martin went in with an insane dive bomb. In fact, he locked up and didn't try to overtake the Roy. He realized it was too far back, and good job from Merv Martin to not go for it. But now Merv Martin looks down the inside of the Roy and is going to get past. Martin's there. looking to break the slipstream. Smart racing from him. And Bossman Pickle looks down the inside of Martins. Gotta be careful of that curb, can really spin you out. Martins is on the slower tyre compound, and Bossman Pickle though not able to get past. Marv Morton wants to be climbing back up the field, so does Tan. They've both lost an ample amount of positions off the start. 5 and 3 down respectively. Bossman Pickle really taking a lot of ganders, but he went a bit wide, and Gexi now will be looking to take advantage, almost like down the inside of Bossman Pickle. And they formed almost a sort of DRS train there, but they've been getting really close. Really hope none of them get involved in any contact, especially at the front run, especially like these two, because if they do, then it's going to be collision central most probably. Faxon managing to stay within the 1 second of Bumpier. DX doing really well in first, and managing to just stay out of, like, really ahead of Andre as well, so holding his own really nicely for DX We've seen quite a number of lookups, because you can break really deeply here in Zandvoort most of the time. But at least looking up every now and again. Jim Robertson's entering the pits. Sonev really just no one around him. They've really formed, I mentioned this already, but yeah, they've really seemed to form this DRS train as Andre's entering the pits. Where, you know, they don't really seem to be doing any moves, but as I say, like, Gexi's going to look down the inside of Bossman Pickle. He's looking down the inside of turn 1, a bit of a nudge of contact. Gexi almost loses the rear end, doesn't let himself spin out, so Bossman Pickle stays ahead. And Andre's now going to be involved in all of this chaos because he came out right behind the Roy. And that's going to be annoying for Andre because he's going to lose a lot of time between like 6 drivers ahead of him. He's going to need to be overtaking them. Tanto of 12 almost took a peek down the inside of Gexi. No room to do over there. Dexasinho really enjoying his time. He just needs to drive really cautiously and carefully to make sure he just doesn't make any mistakes. I really hope he doesn't. As no, that's retirement I think of DeRoy. No, he's managed to stay. He managed to not retire. His tire is still intact, but I think he's got some front wing damage, and DeRoy spun out, and that's really a shame. A big shame from the Dutchman. He already had not the grandest of starts. It was like, and now he's spun out, and he's going to be annoyed by that one. And Tanto of 12 and Murph Martin now fighting alongside the two drivers that lost out the most positions over the start. And Murph Martin manages to get ahead of Tanto of 12, managing to make his way through the field slowly. Murph Martin. His next target is going to be Gexi. And Bossman Pickles lost a bit out to Martins. As the Roy's in the pits. He's come out of the pits. I think he had front wing damage. I'm not sure though. If he didn't, all the better. Or just called for an early pit stop. So many drivers all close together. Got five drivers right now. 5th all the way till 10th. And Andre, while on a harder tire compound, managing to hold his own. Bossman enters the pits. We see Andre now. We see two drivers go side by side. Gexi went side by side with Merv Martin because Merv Martin got past Gexi. Great stuff from him and Tan 12-12 fighting alongside with Andre. Andre tried to get past Tan 12-12. Tan 12-12 though didn't let him get past. Managing to hold off Andre nicely. Both drive. It's insane how both of them just no overtaking to suddenly both of them just going past each other. Now Merv Martin's going to look to close that gap between himself and Martins. Gexi, one of the top runner, the first of the top runners to get a time penalty. Now Merv Martin's already almost closed to that within 1 second of Martins. He's not going to get DRS. He's not going to manage to use DRS this time around. Wasn't close enough, but he's gaining on Martins. He'll be hoping to have DRS come the next straight. As De Exacinio has pit. Merv Martin though not gonna have any DRS on Martins. Gexi's entering the pits. Tan 12-12 also entering the pits as he makes contact with. Oh no! Tan 12-12's made contact with Gexi and he's had front wing damage, and he's gonna lose a good 7 or so seconds. So like 5 or so seconds at least to fix that front wing. Now he's not going to enjoy that. Oh, I feel bad for Tan 12-12 now. Bossman Pickle manages to come out side by side with Gexi actually. Manages to go ahead of Gexi though. Currently in 10th. Andre is caught up again to Merv Martin. Merv Martin's within that 1 second to Martins. And Swiftfeld's retired from the session. He seems to have crashed out to a virtual safety car. And for the drivers that haven't pit yet, we'll be looking to pit now. In fact, Bumpier, Faxand both entered the pits. I assume as long as VSC still stays, I think Martins and Merv will also pit now. Martins has decided not to because he's on the mediums, which I can understand. Merv though has entered the pits. I think A-Dude and Tomo Tip Top will be entering the pits. Let's see what they do. A-Dude's in fact entering the pits. Tomo Tip Top entering the pits as well. Well, Tesdi will Tesdi be entering the pits. Martins, oh no, Martins gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the VSC. He was having such a good race up into 4th and gets a drive-through penalty. Just to think if he had entered the pits, it would have entirely been avoided. Oh, I feel bad for the Red Bull, for the Dutchman as well. Home track. Andre now 2.5 seconds or so off Faxland. De Exacinio managed to, not managed, just off the pit. Pit stops have all been done, so he's back into 1st. Bumpier in 2nd and Faxland in 3rd. Martins with the unfortunate drive-through penalty. That's going to drop him far back. And Sonev managing to just stay alone by himself in 6th, but Merv Martin now will be looking to close that 4.5 second gap to Sonev. Bossman Pickle really close behind Merv Martin as well. Gexi too. So A-Dude's going to be looking to get past Tomo Tip Top. And Bossman Pickle gets 3 second time penalty. A-Dude in fact does get past Tomo Tip Top. Martins now enters the pits to serve, I'm guessing, his drive-through penalty. And then he's lost so much time, went from 4th to 6th. Good for Merv Martin though, and then Martins though still needs to pit again. Well, not pit again, needs to actually pit because they just served his drive-through penalty. As Tomo Tip Top is fighting back against A-Dude and gets past as well. These two trading positions. Oh, and Faxon's really close to Bumpier. They are side by side. Faxon's just got the fastest lap, and before the corners even come, Faxon moves up to second place. Still, now he's going to be trying to close that gap to DXSinio, who's on the hards, and Faxon's on the softs. I don't know why Faxon's gone into the softs, if I'm being honest. He was on mediums. Which is why I thought mediums would be a bad strat, because you can't go from mediums to mediums. The softs, there's no way the softs will last them till the end of the race. So has Faxon made a strategical mistake? We'll find out later on in the race. Maybe he's hoping for another VSC or something. As Bumpier in fact is on the hards. So Faxon is closing that gap to DXSinio and will get past probably without much of a hassle. Andre is also, I think, on the hards. Yeah, he is. Oh, and Gexi and Bossman Pickle are fighting it out. Bossman Pickle looking to get, I think it was Gexi actually that has got past. Bossman Pickle, I don't know. Bossman Pickle has touched the rear of Gexi and spun him out. And Gexi's lost a lot of time there. Faxon just got the fastest lap of the race again. And I feel bad for Gexi, who was having a decent race for himself, got spun out. And he's got to be careful now with those overheated tires, he doesn't want to go and spin out again. The Martin now really closed the gap to Martins. Adu in the meantime managed to get past Tomo Tip Top again, and now Jamie Robertson is going to be looking to get past Tomo Tip Top. Looks down the inside, in fact a bit of a dive bomb, a bit of contact, but all in all Jamie Robertson's managed to get past Tomo Tip Top. Tomo Tip Top looking now to fight again. No room for it though, almost took down the inside, realized there's no room, so obviously no room. Thankfully doesn't go for the move. Martin really close to Martins. He's got DRS now. I don't think he'll be making a move down this straight. I don't think I've seen almost anyone make a move down this straight. I think there's only Adu that I think I've seen make a move against Tomo Tip Top. Faxon's really caught up to DXSinio. Right behind him, but as I said, Faxon's on softs. I don't think those tires are going to last until the end of the race. It's going to need to take him a minor miracle for that to happen. Merv Martin, really close to Martins, as I've said before, but really on his tail. Martins lost a significant amount of time from the drive-through penalty. So he still needs to pit. So he's quite holding up Merv Martin. Merv Martin probably getting a bit frustrated behind Martins. So the more time he stays behind Martins, the less he's going to be gaining on Sun Ev. Tomo Tip Top's left the session. I see. Bossman Pickle really close behind Merv Martin as well. You see these three drivers really close to each other. Oh, and Tez D's retired from the session. I don't think we have a safety car. Oh no. I'm not sure what's happening there. But anyway, these three drivers really close to each other. Merv Martin, Bossman Pickle, Tan 1212, all close. Merv Martin getting really annoyed, I imagine. He's really trying to get past Martins, but he's just not able to. Hasn't had the speed for it. Faxon either has been able to get past the DXSinio, considering it was on softs, is on softs. But now the softs obviously will be dying out slowly. Hasn't able to get past. I wonder if Faxon's worrying. He's got like 0 ERS. The DXSinio go about 20% more than Faxon. And Bumpier really managing his ERS well. He's got about 75% ERS. And in third, really holding up well. We could see Bumpier come through and win the race. Only 1.2 seconds behind Faxland, with a lot more ERS as Merv Martin manages to get past Martins, Martins entered the pit, so Martins is now going to drop back. So that leaves Merv Martin free to go catch up to Sonev. He's got 7, he's basically 8 seconds behind him. 8 seconds isn't something you catch up in one lap. He's going to have to take his time to do so. With Bossman Pickle right behind him as well. Won't make his life easy. Unfortunate for Tesdy, he hit the wall after his pits and ruined his race, and really led to his retirement. Fair enough. It's a shame though. Nice seeing him race though for the first time with us. Hopefully we'll see him more in TRL. And not much to spectate on or commentate on. Faxon's been behind Dexasinio for a while. Bossman Pickle's been behind Merv Martin for a while. Merv Martin, more important to know, it's not been catching up to Sonev. If anything, he's been losing time to Sonev. So we could see Merv Martin just be lacking there in 6 as Bossman Pickle almost lost the rear end, managed to save it. Bumpier just looking nicely behind Faxland and Dexasinio. Faxland as well, not seemingly too bothered about getting past Dexasinio. I wish I could see his tire percentage, because again, it needs to last like 15 more laps on softs. His tires are already 7 laps old. He's trying to do what the hards are doing, but on softs, which is quite frankly nearly impossible. KCTB not having the grandest of races, clearly having to pit again. We've got yellow flags, that's a Williams. I think it's Williams of Jamie Robertson. He spun out in the middle of the track. Gonna lose himself a lot of time. Might give KCTB some action though. To fight alongside someone. And Jim Robertson just enters the pits. And gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Bossman Pickle not been able to catch up again to Merv Martin after almost losing the rear end. Faxland and Bumpier still where they were, except Bumpier is almost in DRS range of Faxland, and he's going to be wanting to stick it out. If I were him, I'd use all of that safe DRS to make sure he stays within DRS range now, to make his life so much more easier. Because Faxland's on still nearly 0 ERS, Dexasinio as well. Head Bumpier is in a brilliant position to win this race. Oh, he almost spun out though. Curb almost caught him out. Curbs do spin you out a lot, but he's still managed to stay within DRS range, and he's going to manage to nullify out that spin almost. Slightly out of DRS range, and it seems like he won't be getting DRS again. At the detection point, he was not within a second of Faxland, and Fact does not have DRS. And he tried using the ERS to stay within them. A lot of spare ERS that he has. Bossman Pickle slowly been able to catch up a bit to Merv Martin. Merv Martin who was losing time to Sonev, has now closed the gap by 2 seconds. Still 7 seconds away off him though. And Tan 12-12, 2 seconds off Bossman Pickle. The Roy in 9th. Oh, soon gonna have about to be battling it out with Gexy actually. 2 Dutchmen, 9 and 10th. As Gexy's actually gonna look down the inside, he's got a DRS, he's gonna manage to get past the Roy before the corner even comes, slots in nicely ahead of him. Bumpier within DRS range now. But again falls out of it. Oh no, the racing point of Sonev spun on. And he's lost all his front wing as well. Sonev spun, lost all his front wing. He's going to be losing a bunch of positions. So Murph Martin now gets a free pass. Bossman Pickle as well. Tan 12-12 will also be getting past Sonev pretty easily. Probably so would be Gexy and Deroy. And Sonev just went from 5th place, as KCDB's got DQ for blocking the pit lane somehow. No idea how that's happened. But Sonev is going to really have his race ruined from getting a nice... probably going to be getting a nice 5th place. He's probably going to be getting no points. As Andres seemingly had to... Andres decided to pit. He thinks that that those softs are gonna be able to gain the time he needs to catch up to Bumpier. A fair enough risk taken. A-Dude gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on their VSC. He just got past Martins as well. So Martins will be easily getting his position back on A-Dude because he's got the drive-through penalty. So Murph Martin now, who is around I think 21 seconds off Andre, is only 8 seconds off Andre because Andre decided to pit, but Andre's on softs, fresh, and Murph Martin's on used hards, old hards. Bumpier's dropped 6 seconds behind Faxon and the Exosinio. I think he might have spun out a bit as well. I don't know if he has front wing damage. Enters the pits. He got front wing damage. Bumpier spun and got front wing damage. We could see Murph Martin get a cheeky podium, you know. That's really sad for Bumpier. This is home GP. Falls to 4th. And he's going to come out, I think, like alongside almost Murph Martin. And Murph Martin has got Bumpier in front of him now, but Bumpier is on fresh softs. But with 8 seconds behind Andre, Head Bumpier might have lost out his chances on a podium and even the race win. I was thinking Bumpier would have a really nice chance of getting the race win, but not anymore. Kieran, I hope you know you don't need to tell your engineer that. Wouldn't let me accelerate. Well, that's strange, because you don't need to tell the engineer that you're entering the pits. You can just do so. Andre gets fastest lap of the race. Faxon's in the pits, which makes sense. I mean, he was on softs. Now he's 18 seconds, 17 seconds behind the Exosinio. Andre's right behind Faxland. Bumpier though still about 9 seconds off him. And Bossman Pickles side by side with Murph Martin, and Bossman Pickles gonna get past Murph Martin. That's really unfortunate for KCDB. Game was not letting him pick his tires, wasn't letting him do anything, and got DSQ'd for blocking the pit lane, even though he's just trying to make his pit stop. If I were him though, next time I'd have just gone into the pits and hoped for the best. If I was in real needing to pit. Murph Martin's got to be careful. He doesn't want to go outside of that 1 second range to Bossman Pickle. KCTV having a go at me because the game wasn't even letting him accelerate, which is complete bullshit. Like, Bumpier gets the fastest lap of the race, still ages behind Andre though. It's a shame that it wasn't letting Kieran KCTV accelerate, so... Ay. So Nev gets a time penalty. Andre looking to get past Faxland. Faxland hasn't really been able to gain time on the Exercinio, about 3/10 or so, that's about it. Bumpier's actually been able to catch up by a bit, which is nice to see. And Bossman Pickles for around 4 or 5 seconds off. Murph Martin being able to stay within the RS range of him. So Nev managed to climb back up to a points position. As Andre and Faxland went side by side for a bit, I missed that. But Andre managed to get past Faxland thanks to DRS and before the corner even comes. And now Andre will be trying to catch up to DXSinio. DXSinio, who is on hards, Andre is on softs, Faxland's on softs. So they'll be really pushing to try catch up to DXSinio. But to gain 16 seconds is a hard thing to do. Especially on a man as fast as DXSinio. Sanev within a second of the Roy, looking put the Roy looking sorry to put the other Red Bull down into 10th. Have the two Red Bulls in 10th and 11th close to each other. As the Roy actually enters the pits, I did not see that coming. Sanev gobbles up 9th happily. And from that pit stop, the Roy actually might fall behind A Dude. They're gonna come out side by side. A-Dude and the Roy. A-Dude's got more speed than the Roy though. Oh, they just actually come out perfectly side by side, but the Roy concedes position to A-Dude, seeing that he's just come out of the pits and is on cold tires. But he'll be looking to fight back. Currently, the Roy, the only driver from the Dutch people to not be in the points in his home race. Martin's in 10th, Gexy 8th. Bumpier, who had a real strong chance of winning today's race, currently in 4th. Oh, actually, Tanto of 12, looking to get past Merv Martin. Wasn't able to this corner, but Merv Martin's lost out 3 seconds to Bossman Pickle. I think he's finding his tires to be quite old. Not really happy with them. Not being able, and Bossman Pickle still though 7 seconds behind Bumpier. A good race for Bossman Pickle actually. He's gone up a nice 5 places, you know. Some pretty good stuff from him. I'd have given, like before Bumpier spun and had to fix his front wing, I'd have given, I think, the driver of the day to Bumpier or DXSinio, but now I think I'm between DXSinio and Bossman Pickle. 5 laps left to go though, a lot can happen. This Tanto F12 is not able though to go past Merv Martin this time around. And Deroy actually looks to go down the inside of A Dude. Didn't have a lot of room for it. I think his front wing is still intact, which is nice to see. Lost a bit of time there. Seemed like I was going to go down the inside, so I saw that I was a bit too far back, but then just tried anyway. Almost worked out though. Sonev's caught up to Gexi. Sonev is on mediums, Gexi's on hards, and Sonev's tires a lot fresher as well. Yeah, they're like a third of what Gexi's are, but he's on mediums. And Deroy and A-Dude side by side. A-Dude clipped across a bit, lost a bit of speed, and that lets Deroy get past A-Dude. These two having a nice battle for 11th. And Sonev really close behind Gexi. And looking to get past now. He's got DRS, he's got Slipstream. Slightly less ERS than Gexi. Well, manages to get past Gexi, but before the corner comes. Bit of a trend here, and Tan still lurking behind Merv Martin. In the meantime, Andre's been able to go from 16-17 seconds to 12 seconds behind the Exasinio. And Faxland is 4 seconds off Andre. Not something you commonly see here, Faxland not being number one driver. It's good to check up driver standings, and Bumpier around 4 seconds behind Faxland. Bossman Pickle losing time to Bumpier, I'm pretty sure. Tanto of 12 still behind Merv Martin, and Sonev has gotten past Gexi, 11 seconds behind Tanto of 12. A-Dude still really close behind Deroy. Exasinio enjoying his time in first. As we enter the final 3 laps of the race, the Exasinio with a strong 12-second lead. Tanto of 12 trying to get past Merv Martin. These are the two drivers that had an unfortunate start, lost a lot of positions in the beginning. Merv Martin was able to close the gap a bit between himself and Boss Pickle. And if he can gain a second lap, could see him battle it out with Boss Pickle as well come the end of the race. Gonna be hard though to make up all that time. And Tanto of 12 almost got side by side with Merv Martin. Coming soon to be the last lap of the race. And Tanto of 12 trying to get past Merv Martin. Both of them don't have any time penalties. Tanto of 12's got DRS, he's looking to go around the outside. Merv Martin trying to fend them off. I almost spun a bit into Tan 12-12, has to concede the position. Only just slightly, as I think we see small drops of rain on the penultimate lap of the race. And now Merv Martin will be looking to fight back. We've got drops of rain. Little late now, but it's actually preferable. I like having dry races. But to be fair, it does throw a nice spanner in the works, the rain. De Roy managed to put a nice second and a half between himself and they do, leaving the battle between Tan 12-12 and Merv Martin to be the only one. The Exercinio, in the meantime, has got only half a lap to go before winning the race with a nice 10 seconds basically between himself and Andre. Bumpier is almost within DRS range to Faxland. He'll be looking to make one final charge. Merv Martin really trying to get past Tan 12-12. Don't think he's going to manage though. Dick Cecilio rounding turn 13. Rounding turn 14. He's going to open. Well, actually, no DRS, my mistake. But he's going to win the Dutch GP. He's going to come in first place. Some nice stuff from Dick Cecilio. Had a really good race for himself. Merv Martin trying to get past Tan 12-12. He's got one DRS zone left to do it. Head Bumpier didn't manage to get past Faxland. He comes in fourth. The highest of the Dutchmen in today's race. In the home GP. Andre's coming second. Faxland in third. Bumpier in fourth. Bosman Pickle's going to come across the line most probably in fifth. And Merv Martin's trying to get past Tan 12-12. Almost spins out trying to do so. Manages to save it. And Tan 12-12 is going to cross the line in sixth. And Merv Martin in seventh. Wait, Bosman Pickle has dropped down to 7th from time penalties. So that means Tan 12-12's picked up 5th and Merv Martin's picked up 6th. Sonev's finished in 8th and Gexi enjoys his time in 9th with a nice fancy ending to his race. Great stuff to DX Asinio for winning the race. Probably my driver of the day would be DX Asinio. Might have been Bossman Pickle, but time penalties dropped him down an extra 2 places. And Andre and Faxel managing to get another podium to themselves, and Bumpier, unfortunately for him, not being able to close the gap between himself and Faxel in the Drivers' Championship. But a strong race from Mercedes could see the gap close a bit between themselves and the racing points. And DX Asinio with his second race win in a row. We're seeing domination to what we've seen from Faxland early on in the season, winning 3 or 4 races in a row. Now DX Asinio is coming with 2 race wins in a row. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Time penalty dropped you to 7th. It's because Tan and Merv Martin didn't have any time penalties, and you had 3 seconds. So, and they were within that 3-second time gap, so they managed to get past you. I don't know what happened if they were 4 seconds behind, but according to the game, they managed to get past. Apparently, I think you might have had some unserved time penalties, though I'm not sure. Don't know. I don't want to put anything into the words of the game. Unfortunate for KCDB getting a stupid DQ, but it wasn't going to get points anyway, most probably. I'd like to thank you all for watching, for joining me alongside today. It was a really fun race. I thank Bossman Pickles for joining me in today's race and even the new reserves. yeah, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We race every Sunday, and every now and again I post the highlights video when I find time to do that. And yeah, Godspeed.